out of the ordinary.
I've been getting complaints from some residents regarding the lawn care services and snow removal services, that some of them don't have contracts and some do, some require to pay the season ahead of time. Do we require licensing of these businesses in order?
This is private sector, those are private contracts, they have nothing to do with Wadsworth Township. Yeah, we have no licensing or no ordinance in place for those people. Yeah, that's all private sector, yeah.
Now, if they wanted to get a massage, then they would have to have a license.
Correct.
What, does massaging your billfold count? I mean, I don't know, it's possible.
I did meet with Dave Batten, he said he met with you
Yep.
today, and that the state has in their laws for the marijuana that the facilities have to be 1,000 feet from schools and parks. So we can't have a group come back on us and say, it's not financial profitable. Your ordinance is limiting us because the state law
So
supersedes
it's
that.
1,000 feet for education and recreation.
Yes.
both.
What
Okay.
about churches?
He thinks that churches are left to the municipality.
Talking recreational?
Medical or?
Medical.
Maybe both.
He did both, he didn't specify, I guess I didn't ask that. I was surprised to hear that the state put that in the law.
There are isolation distances in both of the statutes, and we did not opt into medical, and we opted out of recreational.
Right.
That's the current status. We don't have an ordinance that deals with either one of them.
No.
Correct. It was just our last
But
time
we,
we
in
discussed
our
it.
discussions, we talked about a minimum of 500 feet. Government, religion, education, and residential, but she's come up with recreation also, I've got.
And somehow, I don't, was I the only one that understood that they could, the companies could come back on us because of the bill that went through and said, we're not profitable, so you have to redo your ordinance?
Well, I'm puzzled because we don't have an ordinance.
No, I know, but hypothetically, if we pursue one and that's in there, I thought that you had mentioned in the referendum.
There is a
that
provision
there's
in the
that.
recreational marijuana referendum statute.
Okay,
And I think I commented in my letter, it is the strangest standard I've ever seen.
right,
And so, if you read that language, you would say, yeah, I suppose somebody could claim that you have, I don't even remember the words.
it was limiting their profitability.
Yeah, in other words, I've never seen an ordinance, a statutory ordinance standard that's based on the profitability of the entity being
Right,
regulated.
right.
That's the strangest thing I've ever seen.
So that was,
Creating a hardship, that's what.
Right.
It was something to that effect.
All right.
but apparently, maybe for medical, it's exempt because the state has,
That
Said.
standard I mentioned is not in the medical marijuana.
that's in the recreational.
Yeah.
What are
Okay,
they looking at, like 100% profit margin, is that what they're looking for? Or-
Yes, so-
Well,
100.
you know, it's an undefined term. And it's, I mean, that's one of the dangers of, you know, voter authorized statutes. They're drafted, they're not vetted, you know, at
Right.
all. They go on the ballot, they're either approved or not, that's the law. And that one, that statute's got a lot of ambiguity to it.
And understand, when we're done with the single house, that the next thing is
Right,
medical
that's why I
marijuana.
brought
That's
that
the next
up.
thing we're gonna be looking into, so. December 5th will be here.
Before you know it. You're good, stay there. Sorry about that.
Okay, this time I beat you here. Yeah, similar driving challenge.
No excuse. Thanks, sir.
Okay, is there anybody else has to talk about? Any ideas, anything? The board members leave here tonight, if you like tomatoes, stop by the second floor kitchen. I picked 74 of them yesterday. Prior to that, there'd been 59 for the whole season. It's just kind of like,
oh my gosh.
it blew up yesterday, so in a couple more days it'll blow up again, so,
How many plants?
8.
Wow.
That's really good.
And they're loaded, they are just loaded, so.
What kind are they?
Big boy and better boy,
Oh,
4 of each.
good.
One of the shortest plants is the biggest producer too. It's got more tomatoes.
Isn't that
I
something?
think it all went tomatoes rather than the stalk and stem, so. Yep. Okay, next up on the agenda is we're gonna, email in front of us here from Attorney Dobry about the single hauler.
Yeah, provided you with a confidential letter regarding some bid issues.
Yep.
That is a permissible subject of closed session, and based on the topic in question, it may only be discussed in closed session. And I would recommend somebody make a motion to meet in closed session for the language on the agenda.
I make a motion to go to closed session based on the wording on the agenda.
Support.
Any further discussion on it, or any other questions? Okay, this is the roll call vote.
Markey, yes. Birch,
Yes.
Gaska,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Bartolotta,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes?
Joliet,
Yes.
Okay.
And if I apologize, and to include Mr. Diedrich and Marinsky, who are on the bid review committee in the closed session. The motion could be modified to include that.
Okay.
I make a motion to modify to include
You just
Mr.
say
Miller.
that, that's
Mr.
completely part of
Diedrich
what.
and
Rob Minsky, Derek.
Rob Marinsky and Derek Diedrich.
Support?
441, time 441.
It is 4:41.
Okay.
Yeah.
Camera's gotta go.
Yes.